Froggy 98.
This Brooke.
This is.
Brooke, it's Ronnie Dunn. How
How
are you?
you doing?
Oh, I'm it's going down the list here.
Check another one off. Check another one.
Well, no, I'm surprised that they let me have even do an interview. Kix is always doing that stuff. So, he must be somewhere down in Louisiana fishing, I guess, today.
Oh. Now I heard you talking about going out like on the boat and fishing. Are you a big fisherman?
Yeah, I'm not. Sometimes I'll just get a wild hair and jump out. I'm going to Florida, down near Key West, in a month or so with my two boys. We're going to see what we can stir up. We'll grab a couple of guides and do all kinds of different things.
Well, that sounds like a fun time. That sounds real fun.
Yeah. Their request, they said, hey, guess what? Act like you're a dad for once and come off the boat of the bus, get out from in front of the mirror. And what do you say we go fishing? So, we're going fishing.
Well, I want to say to you, happy early birthday.
Oh, thanks. Finally 40.
Yeah. Looking good at finally 40.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna go in denial. Here, I told my wife, I said, don't even think it. A cake's okay, but you don't have to put that many candles on it. We're good.
Don't want to start any fires.
No, heck no. Burn the house down.
Oh, man. So you're going to be in Omaha tomorrow for your birthday. Does that mean we get the birthday gift and we get the special surprises?
Well, you might. It sounds like you might. That's where I am. Yeah. In fact, let me act like I don't know where I am. Of course I know where I am, but yeah. We were supposed to leave at 3 this afternoon. I think they got another driver so we could come straight through. So we'll leave at 7. Show up sometimes in the middle of the night. Sure.
When was the last time you guys were in Omaha or in Nebraska?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I mean, we've been in and out several times, and it seems like in the last few years. But the last one I remember that really stuck out was we were there and opened for the Stones. And I think that's back, in the mid 2000s.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
So it's about time.
First concert. Yeah. But I've been back to do some things, some private things with some friends and Reba, and just can't remember exactly when it was.
Who doesn't love Reba, right?
Yeah. That's like Dolly. You just got to go. No, you're gonna, whether you do or don't, you are.
You do. Like I know. I So we have something in common. Of course, you are much better and much greater for this. But we both have performed at the ACMs. I was actually the voice this year, and so getting to see her and Garth, and then of course getting to announce you guys as the nominees for Duo of the Year was quite the honor.
Well, good. That's awesome. How cool. No, we missed all this. It's really kind of surreal to see your name up there, these days for duo and stuff. I just look at it and go, oh man, I wish they'd just take us off. Let's, we're not in the running.
Oh my goodness, why?
It's cool to be thought of. It's just be cool to be considered,
I think, and it's so funny because now when you look up Brooks and Dunn, you guys are considered like traditional. But back when you guys first started, you were kind of edgy for country music. How does that feel to now be considered more traditional and now country is shifting a little bit again?
Crazy. I'll give you a quick story. Merle Haggard walks into the studio. I was cutting Hardworking Man. And I was embarrassed because I felt like, oh no, of all times for Merle Haggard to walk in, hardcore country, I mean the epitome of what I always called, traditional country, walks in, and we're doing kind of a, what I thought was pushing it on the country end. But so anyway, it all has its cycle, I guess, and does its deal. But yeah. And it's good to see it come back around like it's doing now.
Of this newer crop, I know Vince Gill just came out and he said he loved the new Chapel Hart album. Of this new crop of country artists, who are you kind of like, oh man, they've got the stuff, they've got it?
That's it's hard. I like I like Luke Combs. Is he considered new now?
I think he's still kind of moderately new.
Yeah. I like the music that Midland's doing. It's just that just kind of have that crazy attitude and that Western kind of Bakersfield look. But I like their stuff. Shoot, who the heck else? Of course, Chris Stapleton.
Oh my goodness!
We played Stagecoach the other night with him. so much fun. I don't know. I could keep going, but I'm stumped here.
Well, tomorrow you guys are going to be in Omaha. Scotty McCreery opening up for you. Of course, Scotty got his start on American Idol. If you were, if Idol was around when Brooks and Dunn first started, how do you think you guys would have done on Idol? What do you think Simon Cowell would have said about you?
We wouldn't have made the cut. He'd be going, you guys, you go get a job, construction business or something, drive a truck. Yeah. It's funny, I have a friend that went over to Hawaii years ago, and he came back laughing. He says, man, I got a great one for you. I get in a cab with this guy, and we're talking, and he goes, where are you from? Tennessee, yada, yada. And he goes, he says, I was at a concert with a bunch of country guys the other day. He said, saw one of the worst bands I've ever heard. He said, really? He goes, yeah. It's because some new band called Brooks and Dunn.
Oh, no.
Yeah, swear to God. Just dropped it right on me. This guy's one of my better friends. He comes back and goes, oh, I got you, man. I got you. Oh, no excuses there. It must have been a bad day. I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
You just got to keep your head down. Keep marching. Oh,
very humbling right there, right?
It is. Yeah. Keeps you grounded.
Well, it's nice to hear that you have like a dog in the background and, you live in that typical life. Like when you're not on the bus, you're not on the road. What's a typical day like? What are you binging? Are you binging? No. No, I don't have the time really. You'd think I would, but I don't. I'm usually at my farm, which is about 30 minutes outside of town, and I've got a little land out that way, west of town toward Memphis. Got a house in town, and then I'm messing around with a little publishing company trying to develop 3 or 4 songwriters, and having fun with that. So that keeps me hopping. And I just took like the first week-long vacation I've taken in years, and ran down to Florida last week. So I'm staying busy. You are staying busy. How do you, because you said you've got your publishing company and you're working with newer songwriters and artists. How do you inspire this new generation?
I don't know if I inspire them, other than maybe I pay their bills for
That's inspiration right there.
No, well, again, they're not impressed with me. When I walk in, I've got all my plaques on the wall and stuff like that. They're like, I don't know if I've heard any of those. I was probably not born then. So, it's kind of intimidating to walk in and listen to their songs. They go, what do you think of this? And I go, well, I'm not sure. What does that second line mean? I said, come on, dude. Really? I said, they're fun to work with. They do. They like go, as soon as I leave, then they can start writing songs. That's kind of how they feel. But a good bunch. Good bunch.
You feel like they keep you on your toes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm being tested all the time. It's like, okay, are you hip enough, dude? Come on down here. Get up here. So,
what is something you would say you've learned, something newer that you've learned from them?
Oh, from them, it's just sit back and you have to treat different writers and artists in different ways. They all have a different way of going about it. There's some that I just turn loose and let them go. It's like, hey, you're on your own. We'll set up appointments with them with writers, and sometimes I'll sit down. I've got my couple of really traditional cowboy writers that I can relate to better than I can some of the other stuff. But some of these kids are just flat out, and a couple of them need to be in L.A. But Nashville's it's opened up that way. It's you see everything here now, and a lot of talent. Used to when I first moved here, there was no live music at all. Now if you go down on Broadway here, it's like goodness, it's a virtual jukebox.
Yeah,
it's music coming out of every store you walk by. So it's all cool.
This new album, I was listening to. You were talking to another person. I won't say any names because I don't want to give them credit.
Come on. You sound like me and Kit. Oh, really? You had a good idea? No, I'll take that. That's funny.
Oh my goodness! But no
competition here.
No. You were talking about the new album and getting back together. Like, how did that come about? Because before this new album, you and Kix hadn't been together for some time.
No, not long. We still hang out and go to dinner, and we'll go do a trip or two every now and then. But our manager came up with the idea and ran it by us, and we kind of like ho hum. Yeah, sure, go ahead, give it a shot. He said, I'm going to call. I'm going to call these acts one time.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm not going to pester them. And he said, I want to do let them pick the songs of what they want to do, and we'll go from there. How's that sound? I said, fine. Okay, click, hang up the phone. About an hour or so later, he goes, okay, I got Luke Combs, I got Cody Johnson, so and so. I'm like, are you kidding me? He said, yeah, they're in. Let's go. There's two, and away we went. So they're working on another one right now. Putting it together in the same way, and he's got some really different artists on it, and it's just fun to see other people do songs that you've written and take them and do them in their different ways, different genres.
But does it really surprise you though that Luke Combs would want to be on your album? You are country music like royalty.
Where I don't. I think we just weathered the storm. I don't know how this happened. I don't. Kicks will tell you the same thing. But it's sure fun. I mean, we're out having more fun than we ever have. But I don't know. It's like when they walk in and go, "Hey, Mr. Dunn." I go, "Dude, right off the bat, no, it's Ronnie." I mean, I'm really a musician like you. But different. I don't know. I don't know where it changed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know at what point it did, but glad it did.
Well, I know I'm holding you up, and I just want to ask you one more question. So when you guys started to now, how has touring changed for you? Aside from, I mean, I know the buses have probably gotten bigger and the riders have gotten a little more extensive because you can. But in terms of just what you guys do, how has that changed?
Oh, well, technology has come along that really adds a dimension to the shows that is pretty amazing. When we did 7 years in Vegas, just came out of that actually with Reba, and if you want to see a show that's really produced and done well, I mean, we were at Caesars with we rotate with Elton John, Rod Stewart, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Sting, and then come back in. But we got to work with all those technical guys and all the new, latest and greatest things that are out there. And you don't have to have them. You can walk out with a mic and a guitar, I guess, and do it. But it's certainly more interesting to me and to my eye to see the stuff that goes on now. We got some guys that did. Are you familiar with Cirque du Soleil?
Oh yeah.
We were able to grab their guys for this round and have them design what we call our screen content, and it looks 3D at times. It's crazy, and it's just it's fun to go there. We can really notice it, after not doing it for 10 years out there, in the arenas and other places. So that's fun. Sound is different. Microphones are different. Cars are faster, jets are quicker, all that. And of course we're prettier. So,
like fine wine. You age like fine wine. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny what happens when you can tell the designer of the screen content. It's just like, hey, fuzzy us up a little bit, would you?
Oh my goodness.
It's fun. No, it just is fun. It's an ongoing process. It doesn't stop. So fun to just we're gonna die in that creative lane. So.
Well, we are so excited to have you here in Omaha tomorrow, and I hope you get to do something fun. I mean, I know being out on stage is going to be a blast for you, but in between time, hopefully you get a cake, minus the candles, of course, but you get a cake.
Yeah. Take the fire marshal. We'll hold him at the gate, and maybe we'll do that. All the 101 stuff, and then add that to it. So it's all good. Looking forward to coming up there. I'm moved from Tulsa, which is not that far from Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of relate all that part of the country. And it's you step out there and feel like you're kind of at home.
Well, tomorrow make sure you get a runza while you're here. That's like the state fast food. So you make sure you get yourself a
Okay.
Runza and tell them it's your birthday.
Okay. All right. I'll tell them you sent me.
Yes, please do. They'll
Okay,
be
I'll
like,
get to
who?
So a Runzo. Okay, a Runzo's coming along.
Runza.
Right,
Yep, a
get that.
Runza. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, done.
All right. Well, we wish you a happy birthday. We cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Megan Maroney, Scotty McCreery opening up for you guys at CHI in Omaha. And we are so excited. Happy birthday. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you. Thanks for taking the time. We'll see you there maybe.
All right. Yes, you will. See ya.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.